Shalom, 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 Israel. Shalom, Yasharada. I'm Officer 500 out of ISPK, in Montreal. ISPK Israel School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahana. And we are a school that teaches that the black man is the real Jews. The Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Indian are the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the people of this book. You see this book? This book is about the Holy Bible. It's about one particular people. It's about one race of people. It's their history, their moral, their constitution, their lifestyle, their culture, their heritage. Everything is in this book about one people, from front to back, from Genesis to Revelation. And these people are the 12 are called the 12 tribe of Israel. These people are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indian, and the people scattered abroad. All people scattered abroad. That being said, we have a good class for you today. Joining the troopers and the warriors of ISPK Canada will be joining soon. Most High in Christ. And we have a class today where you're gonna see that this plague, the coronavirus, is making news out there. The coronavirus is a plague that's sent from God. Just like any other plague, just like any other disease, they all come from God. And not only the coronavirus, we're gonna see that there will be more plagues in the future. There will be more plague. AIDS is a plague, herpes is a plague, gonorrhea is a plague. All these are plagues. We're gonna see what the word plague means, and we're gonna see in the Bible what does it say about that. What the Bible says about that. What our forefathers wrote down about that. A lot of people say the Bible is a plagiarized from ancient Egypt. Then we want to see the same thing from ancient Egypt. Then we want to see the things that we're gonna read today from ancient Egypt, if they're not dead. So the Bible cannot be from ancient Egypt. Matter of fact, in the Bible, it says not to do like the Egyptian. The Egyptian were the kind of people that were homosexuality was allowed. You understand? Yeah, all type of nonsense was allowed. Worshiping false idol was allowed in Egypt. Just like we have the Christian church today. You have the Catholic church today. They do the same thing as ancient Egypt. You understand? They do exactly the same thing. So it's not this book is not from ancient Egypt. This is our forefathers writing by the spirit of the Most High, by the will of the Most High. They wrote this book because all people are royal people. They are selected by God. All people are close to God. You understand? All people are supposed to be the Black, Latinos, and the Native Indian are supposed to be the representation of God on this earth. You understand? The sign-in link is provided. Sign in to get your attendance and to get your attendance in the school. If you want to be a trooper in the school, if you want to be part of the school, get the link. Sign your name for 90 days, and we get back to you. Understand? For all you in Canada, sign in. You understand? Sign in. Signez votre nom et comme ça pendant 90 jours si vous voulez faire partie de notre école. That being said, so we are here to show the people now, I mean, it's like us to show the people what they're supposed to do. What are people supposed to do? Like this coronavirus broke out, all people, everybody going crazy. Everybody now, people go in the store instead of going to get medicine. You understand? Instead of going to get supply for food or something like that. Now, I mean, understand? If the government shuts down, if the bank shuts down, they go get toilet paper. Like toilet paper is the biggest issue, man. You understand? Wiping your behind is the biggest issue. It's the thing that worry people so much out there, is wiping their own behind. You understand? It's nonsense because they don't have the knowledge that needed to go through these times. They don't have the wisdom needed, and we supply that wisdom in the ISPK. We give out that wisdom in the ISPK. This is why the ISPK will be a school where people are gonna look up to in the future. You're gonna realize that the people that are well in the future are coming from the ISPK. You're gonna realize the people that have a better moral standards are coming from the ISPK. You're gonna see the people that are untouched by all this come from the ISPK because we follow Christ, we follow God, and you understand. And we're looking for the protection of God throughout this time because our time is coming. It's not, these times are not going to be easy. Just like Christ said, this is just the beginning of the sorrows. You understand? You see coronavirus, everybody going crazy. The government shutting down. In Canada, in Montreal, the library shut down. Every government institution shut down. Schools are they shut down the school for two weeks. Understand? So it's going crazy, and they're thinking about shutting the borders down. So you understand? We got you got to know how to manage throughout all these things. And this is not, coronavirus is a little thing. It's just a scratch. You understand? It's just a scratch on the wound. Wait until the real hardcore comes. Wait until God sends the real hardcore. You're gonna see something even like you can't bear. If coronavirus makes you scared, you're not ready for World War III. You're not ready for the fire that's gonna come down. You understand? You're not ready for the lake of fire. You're gonna see something far worse than coronavirus. But just to begin with, we're gonna show you where that is in the Bible. We're gonna show you why it's in the Bible, why God is sending these plagues. You understand? For first, we're gonna get the definition of a plague. What's a plague? Every plagues is all throughout the Bible. We have the 10 plagues of Egypt. We have a bunch of plagues that's going on. You understand? We're gonna see what plagues mean. Plague, a contagious bacterial disease characterized by fever and delirium. Understand? What's going on? The coronavirus, they say what? Gives you what? Fever. Understand? Fever, you cough, you have the sensation of hurt in your lungs, difficulty breathing. And what is the coronavirus? Is a bacteria. You understand? A plague, a contagious bacterial disease characterized by fever and delirium, typically with the formation of buboes, like the bubonic plague, and sometimes infection of the lungs. Infection of what? Infection of the lungs. You understand? So just like they say, coronavirus affects your lungs. You can't breathe right. You understand? It brings fluid in your lung. This is a reason why you should stop smoking. This is the reason why you should start smoking cigarettes. You should start smoking weed, crack, whatever what you want. You smoke what you're smoking on. You should stop because you got to protect your lung. You got to care about your lung. And like they say, it's a coincidence. The American government, the Canadian government, what did they do? They allowed you to smoke, right? They put the weed is legal now. Everybody's smoking weed. The weed is legal. What did God come out with? A disease that affects your lung. Understand? This is Shalom, Trooper Zabaja. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat.
Shalom, Yahbashim Yahshabrak.
I mean, understand? We're gonna talk about the coronavirus today. And just like I was reading, I'm reading about a plague, the definition of a plague. I'm gonna read it again. A contagious bacterial disease characterized by fever and delirium. Understand? Just like the coronavirus. They say it gives you a fever, you start coughing, your heart start your lungs start hurting and everything. You understand? And after that, you drop dead. I'm gonna keep on going. Typically with the formation of buboes, bubonic plague, and sometimes infection of the lungs, pneumonic plague. You understand? And just like we see, the coronavirus is a bacteria. It affects what? It affects your lungs. It affects your breathing. You understand? This is a plague. This is the definition of a plague. And we're gonna see the plagues. Plagues are all throughout the Bible. We're gonna see that plagues. This plague is in the Bible. You understand? And you could bring me to Psalm 106, verse 29, Trooper. Babu Kwasha.
Psalm 106, verse 29.
Come. We see exactly the hysteria out there. We see what's going on. The Canadian government is going crazy right now. At first they were like, we cool, you know, nothing to worry about. Now they're shutting down school, they're shutting down libraries, they're shutting down all the government places, and they're thinking about shutting down the border right now. Now they're worried. Now they're scared. give the Mosiah. Give the Mosiah. You understand? Give the Mosiah.
Right.
Now we're seeing Trudeau's wife as the plague now. You understand? Trudeau's wife has the plague. Now this is retaliation from God for what they're doing to the native right now. You understand? Going on native land with the pipeline. This is a retaliation of God for what they did to the Black Latinos in native India, man. Understand? Go ahead when you have it.
Khan Adawan Khan. Psalms 106, verse 29. Thus they provoked him to anger with their
Does that
invention.
what?
Thus they
Wait,
provoked him
trooper.
to anger.
No, they show him love. Everything was love. They follow God. Go ahead. Read it again.
Thus they
Does they
provoked him
provoke?
to anger with their inventions.
No, trooper. Salakia, trooper. No, they were good Christians. Thus, go ahead with the thus again.
Thus they provoked him to anger with their inventions, and
That's
the
what.
plague break them.
Exactly.
Break.
Exactly.
Salakia.
They invoke. Go ahead.
With their inventions, and the plague break upon them. No,
There
break
you go.
in
You
upon
understand?
them.
There you go. This is what's going on right now. They made God mad with their invention, with Christianity, with the smoking the weed. Weed is illegal now. They made the Most High angry. They provoked them. You understand? They provoked them by what they're doing to the Native Indian. They provoked them by what they're doing to the Negroes. They provoked the Most High for touching the apple of his eyes, the Black, Latinos, and the Native Indian, and they were thinking it was all cool. They were taking it, oh, no, we have nothing to worry about. Oh, we could do whatever we want to these people. They provoked the Most High by doing that. And what God did is send plagues on them. He sent plagues on the nation. And that's what's going on right now. That's what you seen the video, trooper. You seen the video in the state where the Chinaman was beating the black woman for not paying for in the nail salon. So
which
now
one?
Exactly, there were so many. You understand? There were so many. But now what happened? China has the coronavirus. God put the coronavirus on them now. Why? Because they touched exactly his people. They touched our princesses. You understand? Now you see what's going on exactly. It's in the Bible. Plagues are breaking out on people is in the Bible. You understand? So these things we have to understand, like as a people, why they're happening and what we must do. They're happening why? Because exactly we provoke the Most High. Because these are the nation provoke the Most High. Understand? We provoke the Most High as a people, Black, Latinos, and Native Indian by not following His laws. Just like Deuteronomy 28 says, verse 15. If we don't do these laws, we're gonna have curses brought upon us, and we live in these curses every day. But these are the nation they're gonna have curses too. And not for not following the laws, but for putting their hands on us. You understand? For putting their hands on us, they're gonna have plagues breaking on them. You understand? And bring me to 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 5. We're gonna see exactly what's going on, and we're gonna see like these days that we're gonna live in. They're not gonna be happy days, just like the Christians saying, "Oh, happy day." You understand? The Christians sing the happy days. It's not gonna be happy days. It's gonna be evil days. It's gonna be dark days. It's gonna be terrible days. You understand? This is what's coming from. This is what's coming for the earth. And by the way, it's a sidebar. We had a nice Purim in Montreal. Trooper Zabaja was here. You understand? Warrior Jonathan was here. Officer Abun and his crew. Philly crew was here. So it was a good day. Hopefully, we're gonna have more of these days in Montreal, in Toronto, in Canada. We're gonna wake up and rise up as the children of God. We won't be touched by these plagues. Go ahead when you have it.
Khan Adawan Khan. 2nd Esdras, verse 15. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plague upon the world.
I will bring what?
I will bring plagues upon the world.
Salakia, trooper, but God so loved the world, though.
I will bring plagues upon the world.
I will bring plagues upon the world. I will bring the coronavirus upon the world. I will bring AIDS, herpes. I will bring all that upon the world. It's not the Illuminati that's doing it. It's God that's doing it. You understand? God is bringing the plagues. You understand? They're gonna say, well, it was manufactured in the laboratory. It was them that did it. God, no matter what, is God doing. You understand? They're shooting with guns right now. They're using gun. Who allowed them to make gun? Who allowed them to shoot gun? God is doing it. It's about time we give God His glory instead of giving the Illuminati His glory. You understand? We should not give the Illuminati. Well, Illuminati is doing it. Now it's God. God brings plague. God brings the diseases. You understand? In the ICPK, we
Right.
give God his glory. He's the one that brings the plagues. He's the one that's bringing coronavirus. You understand? Go ahead.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
With the sword. What is the sword, trooper, if you know?
The sword is the gun.
Is the gun. Back in the days, they were fighting with sword. They had swords to fight in war. But today we fight with guns. We fight with weapons. You understand? This is the sword, and this means that there's gonna be war. And what we see in the Middle East, war. It's gonna come to America. It's gonna come in Canada. You're gonna see war break out in Canada, in America. You're gonna see these Ishmaelite, these Arab shooting people in the metro, shooting people in the train, shooting people in the bus. You understand? You're gonna see that pretty soon. It's just a matter of time. God's gonna unleash those spirits. God's gonna make this place become a disaster, become unsafe. It's gonna be a time where the Edomite, the oppressor, is gonna be scared to go out, scared to go to work, scared to go do his grocery. Coronavirus is nothing yet. It's just a scratch on the surface. It's gonna be a time where they're gonna be really, really scared. Understand? With famine. Famine is the lack of food, hunger. We're gonna see a time. And what's going on in Africa, in those other countries? You see a plague of locusts. Locusts in all the trees. What that's gonna produce? It's gonna produce a lack of food, and the lack of food is gonna produce what? Famine. And we're gonna see that all throughout the world. Understand? We're gonna see that everywhere. That's why in the ISPK we stacking up for our people. We stacking up for these times. You understand? Go ahead.
Slaki, that was the end of the verse.
All right. Drop down to verse 17.
Khan Adawan Khan. Second Ezra 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
All right. Wait there. I'm gonna just share my screen. We're gonna see something.
Khan Adawan Khan.
Like people think that the Bible is not real. People think the Bible is not true. We're gonna see our true is the Bible. We're bringing things, facts from the Bible, and the Kemetic community say the Bible is straight from Egypt. So how come we don't find these things in Egypt? How come we don't find these prophecies in Egypt? How in the to their people? We're gonna see something. we back live over here. So like yeah, we had technical difficulty. You know the oppressor is the devil. Then every time we try to bring the truth, you understand they always mess with it. And shalom y'all by Hashem Yahweh Barakatah. Vinicius. All right, we back. So like I was gonna share my screen. Let me get this done. Hopefully it's not gonna come on. We was at 2 address 17, right?
Khan, sir. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire, Salakia, sir. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
You hear me, Trooper?
Khan, Arwan Khan.
Yeah, so like yes, you understand technical difficulties over here. The link doesn't want to. Every time I put the link, it doesn't want to come. Can you find me a link with the government shutting down the border? Baba Kwasha.
Khan, Arwan Khan.
We're gonna show exactly that second Ezra 15 Bible, and that's what we're going to. That's what's going happening right now in the world. So like for the technical difficulty for those who are watching live, the oppressor is the damn devil. Go ahead when you have it.
I'm looking for one right now.
Come on. You understand? But like we're gonna see, we see exactly that plagues are in the Bible. Plagues are diseases that's coming about the world. It's called diseases that's like gonorrhea, like AIDS, like syphilis, like all these type of diseases are plagues, and that specifically it says bacterial. It's caused by bacteria. Just like we have the flu, it's a plague. The flu is a plague. There's a lot of people that die from the flu. You understand? Yeah, we have Ebola. All these are plagues, and we're gonna see even more plagues. We're gonna see things that we unheard of. We're gonna see things that we never knew existed. The type of plagues that your skin just bacterial skin disease eat up your flesh. You understand? We're gonna see all that in the future. And this is why it's crucial. This is why it's a necessity to follow the Most High, to follow God, so we could be protected as a nation of people, as Black, Latinos, and Native Indian. That's why we should not partake in none of that nonsense of these other nations. We should not do what these other nations do. We should do what the Bible says to do, so we could be safe when these times are happening. You understand? Just like we see, like in the market, in the stores, in the grocery stores, people are not looking for food. You understand? They're looking for toilet paper to wipe their behind. That's what they're looking for. Now you try to get wipes for your baby. You can't even find wipes. They're all gone. You understand? But this shows the nonsense of our nation and the people out there in the world. And you have one?
I have something from Slovakia, sir. I have something from the National Post.
Go ahead.
So it said federal ministers announce international travel restrictions to prevent coronavirus spread.
Travel restriction. That means you won't be able to leave your city, you won't be able to leave your country and to go in another country. You understand? Go ahead.
As the number of coronavirus patients around the world continue to climb, the federal government is clamping down with new travel restrictions and encouraging Canadians to cancel all non-essential international travel.
You could leave it there. You could bring me back to second address 1517. So that means they're telling you that don't go travel, don't go outside of the country if it's not a necessity. Now they're just suggesting it. Wait until they make it mandatory. Wait until they're gonna tell you, well, you're in Toronto, Zabaja, you can't come to Montreal. Wait until they tell me, well, Emmanuel, you're in Montreal, you can't go to Toronto. These things are about to happen in the world, and we're gonna see these things happening more and more and more and more. Just like those people in Italy. Italy is quarantined. You understand? There's certain places in Europe the quarantine. You can't leave your country. Matter of fact, in China, in Wuhan, they're boarding the doors of the people. You understand? You quarantine inside of your house. You can't even leave your house. These are the things. Imagine this in Canada. Imagine this in Toronto. Well, this person has coronavirus. There's too many people in the hospital. We don't have no more spaces. Just shut his door from the outside. Shut his window from the outside. So that person stay there. He likes food. They don't care. He likes drink. They don't care. Just these things are happening in the world. We're gonna see the real spirit of the world when these things happen. We're gonna see people in another level. You understand? And this is the end of Esau. This is the end of this empire. But bring me to that verse.
Khan.
Yes.
Second Ezra 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
What is Toronto? Toronto is a city, right?
Khan, sir.
Montreal is a city. So I would want to go to Toronto. I won't be able to. You will want to come to Montreal just like for Purim. You won't be able to. These things are gonna happen in the earth, and it's predicted in the Bible. It's prophesied in the Bible, man. No, it's not prophesied in no book of the dead. The book of the dead. It's prophesied in the Bible. Understand? It's not prophesied in the Quran. We don't see this in the Quran. It's prophesied in the Bible. The Bible is the real book, man. The Bible is a spiritual book. The Bible is the truth, man. We live in the Bible, man. We live in these times, man.
Right.
While these like way back in time, they were recorded way back in time. We live in them right now. You understand? So for all you Egyptologists, Kemetic, how come we live in this time? You say the Bible is not true. How come we live in the Bible right now? How come these things that's predicted in the Bible, we live in them right now? You're gonna say what? Well, the white man wrote the Bible, so they do on purpose to match it with the world. Nonsense. We damn well know that black people wrote the Bible. We damn well know that God is black. We damn well know that Christ is black. We know that the prophets are black people. And when I mean black, I mean Negro, Latinos, and Native Indian. You understand? They were the 12 tribe of Israel. You understand? So like, just give me a second there. Warrior Jonathan is here. Shalom, Warrior Jonathan. Y'all bashim y'all Shabbat. You understand? We're talking about the coronavirus, and just like the troopers of Baja read, the second address 1517, a man shall want to leave a city, shall enter a city, shall not be able to. You understand? And now they're giving a restriction ban on traveling. Understand? On travel. You understand? They want to close the border in Canada. We live in the Bible, man. We're living in the end of time. Understand? Troopers of Baja, bring me to second address 16 verse 5.
Khan.
Jonathan, when you're ready. Second address 16 verse 5. Salakia, Jonathan, when you're ready, bring me to Revelation 18, the 4th chapter. Go ahead when you have it. Go ahead when you have it, Trooper.
Khan Adawan Khan. Second Ezra 16 verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
There you go. There you have it. Plagues are sent unto you, Canada. Plagues are sent unto you, Trudeau. You understand? Now he's locked up, isolated in his house. You understand? Not gonna be the one that's taking him away. Who's gonna be the one that say Canada? Everything is fine in Canada. Canada was like a few weeks back. Well, it's in the Europe. It's all over. We don't have to panic. Now they're shutting down schools in Montreal. They're shutting down everything in Montreal. You understand? They're thinking about shutting down certain work so you could work at home. Even at my work was like, well, we're gonna. My slavery was like, we're gonna warn and tell you in the future, but for now, if you was outside the country, you can come back to work after 14 days, and we're not paying you. You understand? We're not paying you, so you stay 2 weeks at home. You understand? If you don't have no money, we don't care. If you can't survive, we don't care, but don't come to work. You understand? And they're probably gonna make it mandatory for you to get shot, and you understand, to take a vaccine or whatever. You understand? But read the verse again.
Khan Adawan Khan. Second Ezra 16 verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
You understand? Plagues are sent unto you, Trudeau. Plagues are sent unto you, Donald Trump. You understand? And who's gonna drive them away? You like they say, their arms are too short to box with God. Understand? Their arms are too short to box with God. You don't want to go as tougher with God, man. You will lose all the time, every time. You understand? Go ahead with the verse, Jonathan.
Khan, this is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4 or 5?
Yes.
Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of
14. Go ahead. You a little low, warrior.
Slacky,
So it's a while. It's no sweat.
Can you hear me?
Khan, you're much better right now.
Okay, Slacky, you said Revelation 18 verse 4?
Khan.
Okay, Khan. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." That
come out of her, my people. That means start smoking weed, man. And you see in Revelation say, "Come out of my people." People and Christians say that the New Testament, the New Testament is about every nation. So why we see "Come out of her, my people" in the last book of the New Testament? Who's the people of God? Who is the people that is referring to? Who's that people? Come out of her, my people. Who's that people?
Israel, sir.
Israel, you understand? And we could see the same thing in the Old Testament. Come out of her, my people. So God is talking to a specific people, who are the Israelites, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, who are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indian. Come out of her, my people, man. You understand? Stop smoking weed. Stop smoking cigarettes. Stop dealing with whores. Stop doing all type of sin, nonsense, sin, witchcraft. Stop doing these things, man. You understand? Come out of it, my people. Go ahead.
And that you receive not her plagues.
Now you receive any what? None of what?
Her plagues.
Exactly. So you won't receive none of her plagues. Coronavirus is a plague, man. You understand? Come out of her, Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, so you won't have the coronavirus. Start doing what God says, man. Already we see that coronavirus affects your lung. So you'll be a damn fool going start smoking right now. You understand? Messing up your lung. You want your lungs to be strong, to be fit. You understand? Not to weaken your body, and after that you get the coronavirus. Come out of her, my people, man. This is what the Bible is warning. This is because God so loved the world, man. This is because God so loved the Black, Latinos, and Native Indian. He's warning us to come out of her, my people, and come out of where? This empire, this mentality, this culture that we live in, so-called the white supremacy, so-called white society. You understand? Come out of her, my people, man. That doesn't mean to go to the Philippines. That doesn't mean to go to another country. That means to change your mentality, change your way of life, change your culture, man. You understand? Come out of it, my people, so you won't receive none of the plagues. You understand? You understand? And the word plagues is in plural in the verse, right? So there's gonna be many plagues. Coronavirus is only one plague. Now imagine if worse happened. Imagine the hysteria out there that we're gonna see in Canada. You understand? Toilet paper is gonna be the least of their worries, man. You understand? Come out of it, my people, man. Drop down, bring me verse 8.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Therefore, what?
Her plagues come in one day.
And all of a sudden, you understand? You're gonna see plagues. You're gonna see plagues. And what are these plagues?
Death and mourning and famine.
Death and mourning and famine. You understand? You're gonna see people dropping dead. You understand? Just like the coronavirus. People just in the street, walking the street, they just drop dead on the floor. You understand? That happened in China. There's video you see in China, people walking the street, they know when they're just dropping dead. You understand? These things are happening, man. We're living in the end of time, man. You understand? So this is why we should follow the Most High. This is why we should take this book serious, because this book is the true book. This book is a living book, man. We're living this book right now, man. You understand? You're gonna see people mourning. You understand? You're gonna see people mourning their family because of the coronavirus. You're gonna see people mourning because of their kids dropping dead. You understand? Death is gonna be frequent, more frequent that we used to see, man. You're gonna see death in every corner in this life. You understand? That was it. And Troopers Abaja, bring me to 2nd Ezra 16:19.
Khan Adawan Khan.
And after that, I'm gonna show a quick video. This allows me to. Go ahead when you have it.
2nd Ezra 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges and for amendment.
Exactly. And Salaka, what is amendment? When it says sent for amendment,
If I may,
what does that
amendment
mean?
change.
Any
To change.
Exactly. Exactly. You understand? You have it right there. You understand? So what we read in 2nd Ezra 16:19, isn't it the same as Revelation, what we read in Revelation 18? We just read Revelation 18. So but amendment also means like a reward, like because of your reward, because you did this, you're gonna have to pay for with this. You understand? This is what it really means, like a reward. And for precept, you could go to Revelation 18 verse 6. Revelation 18 verse 6. Go, bring one of you, bring me there right quick.
This is Revelation chapter 18 verse 6. And as she rewarded you, double unto her double.
Do what? Do what?
Reward her, even as she rewarded you. And double unto her, double according to her works.
Come on. Now, Troopers Abaja, read that verse that you had again.
Khan Adawan Khan. 2nd Ezra's 16 verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
For amendment, for reward. You understand? For a reward. And you see it's all throughout the Bible, man. You see it's all throughout the Bible. So what we read in Revelation, in the Apocalypse, we could find it in the Old Testament. You understand? So it's all throughout the coming. The world better, you haven't seen nothing yet. You understand? You have for the misery of the black, like, this is what you get. You understand? Reward. You understand? For all the secret things that the government is doing on black, Latinos, and Native Indian, you're gonna see this and worse and worse. You understand? This is their reward. You understand? For not teaching that to the black that they are the real Jews, for not teaching to the Native Indian they are Israelite, they are the guides of the Bible, for taking away their heritage, their language. You understand? This is their reward. Death, plagues, famine, destruction. This is what is coming. And we don't know them well in the ISUPK. The end of it is what? Fire. You understand? The lake of fire. Nuclear war. This is the escalation of the nuclear war. You understand? So we almost home, man. You understand? We almost home, warrior. You understand? All we got to do is keep on going, persevere on what we believe, persevere in the ISUPK. You understand? And pray God will make it to the end. You understand? And right. You understand? That's all we got to do. Persevere, persevere. You understand? Then we'll make it, man. We'll be ready to rule this earth under Amashiach Yahushai. You understand?
Right.
We water even as double, man. You understand? So they're gonna pay double for what they done to us. So if the oppressor was smart, if Justin Trudeau was smart, you know what he will do? Start elevating the black, Latinos, and Native Indian. You understand? He will make it. He will start watching ISUPK. He will make it mandatory for the school to teach that we are the real Jews. He will ban these fake Jewish people out of Montreal, out of Toronto, out of Canada. He will tell them, well, go back to Russia, man. You understand? If Justin Trudeau was smart, but the oppressor is not that smart. You understand? Just like it's written in Obadiah, the book of Obadiah. They're not bright. You understand? Where the wise men in Esau? You understand? Where's the wise man that's telling Esau, well, this is happening because we touched the black Latinos and the Native Indian? Where are they? You understand? Where are the news reported that's telling, well, because we did wrong to these people and we're still doing wrong to these people, this is what's happening. This is why we're going through these things. Where are they? You understand? But the ISUPK is telling the truth. The ISUPK is telling what is in the Bible, and we see the Bible says what? That we're gonna have plagues in the last day. We're gonna have destruction in the last day. We're gonna have death in the last day. We're gonna have famine in the last day, and this is what's happening right now. And worse is gonna happen. Just like Christ said, this is just the beginning of the sorrows. Understand? Let me try to share my video this one more time. See if it works. Just give it a second to load there. This is a news breaking. This is the main news in Canada. This is why we should worship the Messiah. Yahweh is the God that's gonna is the God that if we do what He says, He's gonna destroy. This makes me proud to be an Israelite. This makes me proud to follow the Creator. If we follow, continue, we will plague our enemies. He will destroy our enemies. Work there. Got the Ishmaelite while waiting until the Ishmaelite, the Arabs. You understand? They have Allah. They're scared as hell right now. There's a video that I seen where they closed down. They closed the place, the Kaaba stone. You understand? Everybody kissing on that Kaaba stone. You're gonna see. There you go. It's talking about the wife of Justin. Wife test positive teen. Give the most. There you go. You back. Right, you back. Now you're gonna see this video when you have time. Go check out this video, and there's more with more details. But we should give the Most High a hand. He's touching our enemies, man. Now, if you, that's right, damn right. A few weeks back, what we had the native Indian fighting, asking the oppressor for a right for the right of their own land. You understand? We had the Canadian government going in native land. You understand? Taking advantage of their isolation on them in the reservation, taking advantage of the fact that they don't have no righteous leader like coming in General Anna. You understand? Going in their land, trying to have their land so they could drive a pipeline, make money, make profit. What happened this week? You understand? Prime Minister's wife has the disease. Understand? Now tell me if the Most High doesn't love his people. Now tell me if the native are not Israelite. You understand? This is what happened when you mess with the children of God. This is what happened when you mess with Israelite. You understand? We seeing Egypt all over again, even better than what happened in Egypt, even worse than what God did in Egypt. He's gonna do it in Canada. He's gonna do it in the United States. He's gonna do it in Europe. You understand? Troopers Abijah, bring me to Zechariah 2, verse 8.
Khan, other one, Khan.
Salakia, let me drop it. Salakia. All right. There
Khan, other one, Khan.
you go. Salakia, internet is really slow over here. You understand? It's kind of windy out there. Go ahead when you have it.
Khan, 2 verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory set told you, for he that touches you touches the apple of his eye.
After which, Paul, read it again from the top, Salakia.
Khan, other one, Khan. Zechariah 2 verse 8. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory has he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he
Salakia,
that
Salakia warrior, stay there. After the nation which do what?
the nations which spoiled you.
What did Canada do to the native Indian?
He spoiled them. He devastated them.
What did damn right. You understand? Warrior Jonathan, we on Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8.
Salakia,
You understand? You understand? That's what Canada did to the native Indian. You understand? That's what America, even not only the native Indian, this is what they did to the Negroes, Latinos, and the native Indian. Because we want people. Understand? They had Canada as slave. Slave history in Canada is something not told in Canadian school. Understand? They say,
Right?
well, it was less than the states. Well, I have this book. It's in French. I'm gonna see if we could find it in English. This book has the story of slave in Quebec, and to tell you the truth, it was even worse than what they say it was. You understand? You have slaves working in the snow with no shoes until their toes fell off, man. That's what we had in Canada, but they're not gonna show that in school. You understand? We read the verse again from the top again.
Khan Adawan Khan. Zechariah 2, verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory has he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For
He
he that
sends Zechariah to stay there, stay there. He sends Zechariah to the nations that spoiled you, man. He had a message to the nation, the same way that in the ISPK we have a message to Canada, we have a message to Europe, we have a message to Donald Trump. You understand? Because these nations spoiled us, man. These nations rob us, man. This is what it means to be spoiled, man. That means to be robbed, man. You understand? These nations robbed us from our identity, from our heritage. You understand? Now they call the Jewish man a Jew, while we are the real Jew. They took our identity away, and they start making money with our identity, man. While Canada is not telling that the Negroes are the real Jews. While Quebec government is not telling that the native are the 12 tribe of Israel. While Toronto, the government in Toronto, they're not saying that we are the real Jews, man. But they're saying the Jewish man is a Jew. You understand? They rob us from our identity, man. Go ahead.
For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye.
Touches what?
The apple of his eye.
That's what we are to the Most High. We are the apple of his eye, man. You understand? This means we are so precious to the Most High, man. You understand? We are precious to the Most High, but the oppressor doesn't realize it. It's gonna be too late when the oppressor realizes it. When the oppressor gonna realize it, his family gonna have coronavirus. You understand? He's gonna be on his deathbed. He's gonna be like, God damn, what did I do? What did I do? You understand? He's gonna be like, what did I do? I did wrong to these people. I touched God's eye. You understand? This is what we are to God, man. We are special to God. This is what God say about you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indian. You are the apple of his eye, man. He didn't say that to the other nation. He didn't say that to the white man. He didn't say that to the Arabian man, to the African, to the China man. You understand? He said that about you, Black Latinos and Native Indian, man. This is how precious you are to the Most High, to the Creator of all things, man. You are the apple of his eye, man. You understand? That was go ahead. That was it, right?
Salakia, sir. That was the end of the verse.
Come on. Jonathan, bring me to 2nd Ezra 16:37.
Khan.
You understand? We are precious to the Most High, so we shouldn't be acting like we acting today. We shouldn't be acting like these other nations. We shouldn't be going in the strip club and make it rain, make it rain. You understand? We should not want to see a woman be prostitute. You understand? Going from one man to another man. We are precious to the Most High, man. This is how we should look at each other. This is how I should look at Zubaja. I should look at Jonathan. You understand? I should look at the people on the chat line that are from our people. We are the apple of his eye, man. You understand? We are precious to God. You understand? We are not like these other nations. These other nations, God do what? God drive plagues to them, man. You understand? God give them plague because why they touch us, man. You understand? Because they put their hand on us, man. Because they rob us, man. They spoiled us, man. You understand? Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and verse 37.
Go ahead.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Wait. Behold, what?
Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
What does that mean to the plague drive nigh?
It's very close, sir.
I mean, They close. Here we go. Here it coming. Here it comes. The plagues are coming. You understand? The plagues are at the door. You understand? This is what ISPK have been teaching since 1969. And
God,
because in the span of time, they're like, well, since 1969, it's a long time. It's not gonna come. It's not gonna come. Well, it is here. It is at the door. It is happening. We see coronavirus, and there's gonna be more and more plagues coming, man. We're gonna find plagues that won't even have names to name it, man. They're gonna be like, what the hell is this? You understand? They're
God.
gonna be like, you understand? They're not gonna understand what's going on.
Salakia, sir, if I may,
Go
that's
ahead.
what they, Salakia, if that's what they were saying in Ezekiel's days, I believe it's Ezekiel 12 or 13, but they're like, oh, the plagues aren't coming. They're far away. The prophecies aren't coming. And he said, because of that,
Let,
you know,
let, let's go there.
God.
You understand? Let's show Canada, and the truth is there. Let's show Canada we're living exactly in these time in the same time.
God,
Nothing new under the sun.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12 and verse 21. And
There
the
you
word
go.
of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision fails?
There you
Verse
go.
23. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of
Mhm.
every vision.
There you go. That's what we just read right now. The plagues are nigh. The plagues are at the door. But they've been saying this since 1969. We've been good. No, you know what? These niggas are crazy. These niggas are on YouTube on this chat line. They're crazy. They're talking about plagues. They're talking about destruction. I'm going to the movies, man. I'm going to the
God,
strip club making it rain, man. You understand?
God,
These niggas are crazy over there. You understand? I'm gonna get some hoes, man. You understand? I gotta get my O's, man. You understand? But this is what they were saying back in the days too. This is what they were saying. What you talking about, man? What you talking
God,
about? The plagues of nine. It's at the door. The kingdom of God. No. This is gonna last forever, baby. America is forever, man.
God.
Understand? But what we see exactly the destruction in the time of Ezekiel, and just like in the time of Ezekiel, we're gonna see destruction in our time too. You understand? Go to second address 16 again, 37.
Khan Adawan Khan. This is second Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
They're not slack. They're not slack. That means it's coming. It's coming. Just like and that was excellent scripture, warrior Jonathan.
So I
Just like in the
said,
time of Ezekiel, you understand? They said, "What you talking about, man? What you talking about? Coronavirus is coming and it's gonna be destroyed." Just like we had a few weeks ago, Canada was cool. Canada was like, "Well, don't worry. In Canada, we're safe. We ready for it, man. We ready. Don't worry what's going on out there, man. No, it's not gonna touch us like it touched over there. Now they're closing down things, man. Now they're shutting down. Now Trudeau. Now you have the governor of Canada. His wife is sick with the coronavirus. This felt like ancient Rome. This feel like the time the Roman Empire, the fall of the Roman Empire. You understand? When the leaders they're starting to have disease on them. You understand? It feels exactly like that. You understand? Now we see exactly the governor. You know, the top man in Canada. He has to be isolated now in isolation because of the coronavirus. But in a few weeks ago, they were like, "No, we cool, we cool." Well, Canada, don't worry, we prepared for it. How much prepared they were? You understand?
God,
This is why they can fight with God, man. Fighting with God is something where you always gonna lose. Touching
Right?
the Most High people, you understand? Touching the Most High people, man, is something where you always gonna lose. Yes, you're gonna have a time at this time, a particular time to do it, but after that, hell's gonna come, and this is why it's a necessity to serve the Most High God by the name of Yahweh, the God of the Negro, Latinos, or Native Indian, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is why it's crucial to worship Him. You know why? Because He's gonna give Justin Trudeau and his family coronavirus. He's gonna give all the leaders, the top leaders, coronavirus and disease and plagues. You understand? While we just chilling in the ghettos, man. While we celebrating Purim in the ghetto, man. While we're gonna celebrate Passover all together, man. You understand? And we're not gonna fear the coronavirus. We're gonna be, you know what I mean, pounding each other, hugging each other, you know what I mean, drinking with each other. We're not gonna fear none of that, man. You understand? Because we worship the Most High. We know who we worship. We worship the God of our fathers, just like Christ said. You understand? And keep on going with the verse.
Khan, verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains?
Great pain compass her womb. So just like a woman is about to give birth. You understand? This is what's happening. This is a similarity between what's going on and what's happening right now. You understand? Christ is about to come. Christ is that baby that's gonna come. You understand? And just like that woman, a woman giving birth, before she gives birth, what happened?
Great pain, sir.
Great pains. It's right there. You understand? Great pain. And this is what's going on in the earth right now. You see the destruction. You see the plague. Christ, the time of the hour, but we have the certainty that is going to come. Why? Because when you see these things, know that his return is imminent.
God.
And people will say, well, the church been saying he's coming for so long. He's been coming for so long, but they haven't shown exactly what's the things that's gonna come into effect before his return. The ISUPK, we've been telling before the return of Christ, you're gonna see destruction, you're gonna see pain, you're gonna see disease, you're gonna see plague, you're gonna see World War III. You understand? And we're seeing that happening, man.
God.
We're seeing that on the rise, man. You understand? Go ahead.
Which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
They slack not a moment, man. You understand? That pain is not gonna slack. These prophecies, these plagues are gonna come. They're not gonna slack for nobody. You understand? We need to follow the Most High right now. You know, while you know it, this is time to follow the Most High. Why you get this message, change your life, because these plagues, they're not gonna wait for no one. These tribulation, they're not gonna wait for no one. These calamities, they're not gonna wait for nobody. You understand? It's gonna come. It's coming, and you better get ready. You better be on that right side. You're on that wrong side, well, so be it. I pray the Most High for you. You understand? But us in the ISUPK, we're fighting every day to be on that right side. We're fighting every day to be safe from these plagues that are coming, man. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall
even so exactly. Even so exactly. You understand? Just like you see that baby with that pain, is you know that baby is about to come. Just exactly, just like that. You understand? These plagues are coming. You understand? And these plagues are a certainty that Christ is coming back. Just like Christ said. Matter of fact, bring me to Trooper Zabadja. All that, Jonathan, Trooper Zabadja, bring me to Matthew 24. Matthew 24, verse 7.
Khan.
You understand? We got to know that these things are coming for sure. We're in the right path. We're in the path where we're waiting for Christ, where we're working, we're making our election short. You understand? We're working, we're on that road, we're on that narrow road. You understand? We seen the good road over there. Everybody going on that road, everybody going for pleasure of self. You understand? Fornication, you understand? Drug addict and everything. But we made a sacrifice. We're like, you know what? It's not about me. It's about what the Most High wants. It's not about me. It's about my people, man. You understand? That's what we do in the ass speaking. That's what we did. And then we're going to continue on that road. Why? Go ahead.
Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and the
nation
kingdom...
Nation shall do what?
Nations shall rise against nation.
So like a trooper. We're saying that today, right? We're seeing what's going on out there. We're seeing that today, no? We're seeing Iran. We're seeing Iran against the United States. We're seeing Syria. You understand? We're seeing Turkey. Everybody's active for war. Everybody's active. Matter of fact, even India is stocking up on weapons right now like crazy. You understand? Buying weapons. India. You understand? Where they worship cow, they worship monkeys, they worship rat. You understand? They're stacking up on weapons right now. For who? Understand? Why? Because these prophecies are about to happen. A nation is gonna rise against another nation. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
That was it. That's it.
Verse 7. Shall I continue to verse 8?
Let's stay there. Stay there. You understand? Isn't this what's happening right now?
Khan, sir.
You understand? Khan. It's happening. It's happening in our days. We turn the news. We turn the news. We see it every day. Matter of fact, there's something that it's not playing right now. I'm gonna send the video to you. But there's a site that shows all the news that's going on in every other nation that we don't see in Canada. We don't see. It's like they want to keep the population docile, like nothing is happening. But you got things that's happening in these other nations that are crazy, man. You understand? We have things. We have hailstorm in Saudi Arabia, man. You understand? We have all kind of destruction in these other nations. They're not gonna show that in the news because they want to keep the people dumb. You understand?
Right.
That's what they're doing. But there's destruction in these other nations. These other nations are scared out their mind, man. The Arabs, they're scared out their mind. Well, they have Allah. They're praying to Allah. Allah is not doing a damn thing for them. You understand? He's not doing a damn thing for them. Understand? But they're scared out of their mind. They see the destruction that's happening in their country. You understand? And this is about time for us to rise, for us to tell the world, well, these things happen because you touch us. We are the apple of God's eye. You in our communities making money, man. You understand? You have your depanneur. You understand? Your corner store in our community, sucking the blood of our community. Well, these things gonna keep going on in your nations. You understand? You touching a woman. You understand? You have so many Arab men having sex with black women, having sex with Native Indian women, having sex with Latina women. You understand? Well, these things happening because of that. You understand? You should not touch the people of God. You understand? And finish that verse, Jonathan. Finish. Go back to that verse in 2nd Esdras.
Khan out of one Khan.
Troopers of Badger, bring me to Luke 21:11 after.
Khan out of one Khan.
Verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn.
The world shall mourn. That's what Trudeau is gonna mourn, man. You understand? Wait until all his family get the coronavirus and drop dead. They're gonna mourn. They're gonna remember what they did to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indian, man. Understand? Go ahead.
And sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
And what? Hold on. What shall come?
Sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
Sorrow. Somebody give me the definition of sorrow.
Would it be in the Bible dictionary, sir? The Zondervan, or no?
Go ahead.
Sorrow. It's a noun. A feeling of deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, or other misfortune.
There you go. You understand? This is what's gonna come to the world. It's like grief. It's the same as grief. You understand? They're gonna grieve. They're gonna be grieved. You understand? It's the same as grief. They're gonna feel the sorrow. They're gonna feel regret. They're gonna feel like, God damn, what's going on? What did I do? I lost my people. I lost my mother. You understand? This is what's coming for the world. Pain. pain. And why is coming? It's coming for the world. We read it in Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. Because we are the apple of his eye, man. You understand? We are the apple of his eye, and they touch us, man. They robbed us, man. They spoiled us, man. This is why these things are happening to this nation, man.
God.
You understand? Go ahead, Troopers Abijah.
Khan, other one, Khan. Luke 21, verse 7. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be?
Salakia. Now they're asking Christ right there. They're asking, well, when is the end? Salakia, when is the end of the world? When these things are gonna happen? When the white man is gonna stop ruling? You understand? And we're gonna rule. When we're gonna have our rulership, our kingdom? Go ahead.
And what signs will there be when these things shall come to pass?
And what are the signs? What are the signs of these things happening? What are the signs that you coming back? What are the signs that the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Indian, we're gonna rule? Because what? We see Romans ruling. You understand? Roman ruling, and we get being oppressed in our own land. When are we gonna rule? When are we gonna have our kingdom? When is the kingdom of God is coming? Which is the black Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indian ruling this earth. When these things gonna happen? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And he said, Take heed that ye may be not deceived. For many shall come in thy
Take
name,
heed that
saying,
you
I
may
am
be not
Christ.
deceived. Exactly. Many shall come in my name, saying, I in my name say what?
I am Christ, and the time draweth near.
Salaka, meaning I am Christ, meaning I am the Savior. I am the one that's gonna take you out of this destruction. I am the man. I am the man that's gonna show you the way. You understand? I am the man that's gonna take you out of the poverty, out of the destruction of the white of the oppressor, out of this slavery. I am the many gonna be like I am that man. Go ahead, go ahead.
And the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. But when ye, Salakia, sir, but when ye shall hear the wars and commotions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by.
When you shall hear wars and commotion, be not terrified. You understand? Just like we read. You understand? Just like we sing, war is gonna be about to break. You understand? A nation against another nation. Don't be terrified. Don't be scared. You understand? As black people, we're not supposed to fear. Even with the coronavirus, you see people going there, they're fearing. Oh well, I fear that I might get it. You only fear because you're not in the truth. Understand? If you do something evil, if you're doing evil, of course you're gonna be scared of the coronavirus. But if you're doing what the Most High wants, if you're not being a whore, you're not smoking weed, you're not smoking cigarette, you're not doing all type of evil things out there, you're not eating pork, crab, and lobster, you're not gonna fear. Matter of fact, you understand? One of the laws is not to fear nothing but the Most High. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
Salakia, sir.
No sweat. You were in verse 9.
Verse 9. I'll take verse 9 from the top. But
Go
when ye shall, Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Luke 21, verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. But the end is not by and by.
This thing must first come to pass. You see wars and rumors of war. These things gotta happen, but it's not the end yet. You're gonna see Arab going against white man. You're gonna see African getting involved in the war. You're gonna see all these nations get involved, but this is not the end yet. These things must come to pass. You understand? This is just like another verse I like is like where it said it's the beginning of the sorrows. You understand? It's just a scratch on the surface. You understand?
Just a drop, if I may.
There you go. You understand? It's just a drop. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Then he said unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence,
And
and fearful
pestilence.
sights.
And pestilences. What are what does the word pestilences mean? Pestilence.
Salakia, sir, it means coronavirus.
Because there you go. That's the word. You know what I mean? It's pestilence. It's plague. You understand? It's a plague. It's a pestilence. It's a disease. You understand? That's what a pestilence is. You understand? This is what's going on. So now you see exactly this is Christ that prophesied these. And you see the same prophecy in the Apocrypha, in the Old Testament, in Revelation. You understand? It's talking about us, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. Get out of Babylon. Get out of America, man. Get out the mindset of come in the ISUPK, man. Come learn this Bible. Come be a righteous man and woman, man. So we could be ready for when Christ returns. So when these plague pestilences come, we won't be touched. You understand? Our families won't be touched. Our communities won't be touched. But we'll be better off as a people. And we'll be watching these other nations just dropping dead. We're like, God damn. You understand? We'll be watching these other nations just dropping dead. You understand?
Khan.
You understand? This is go ahead.
Salakia, sir, I had a question. The verse that Trooper Zabadja just read about nation rising against nation, is that the same as the prophecy in 2nd Ezra 13 about the nations being at war with each other, and then when Christ comes, they're gonna all like stop.
Let's get it, warrior. 2nd Ezra 13.
Concert. All right, I got it, sir. Slaki, let me just get the exact verse.
Go ahead.
Salakia. Okay, Khan. So it's 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse. I'll start from verse 32. And it says, At the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. Verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another, an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them, willing to come and overcome him by fighting. So I was just saying, like when Christ says in the scripture that Trooper Zabadja just read, nation against nation, is that
exactly
this is the same time?
Exactly. That's it. That's exactly that. So
okay, Khan, let me write that.
Let me. Salaki. Salaki, true warrior. Let me just get clarified with Officer Aban on it. All right?
Okay.
Let me just get clarified.
Okay, Khan, sir.
Then I'll come back to you with the answer.
Okay, Khan.
Yeah, but exactly. So you see exactly that what we live in today is exactly what we read in the Bible. You understand? You see in pestilences, you see earthquake in diverse places. We seeing all these things happening right now. You understand? Which is proof to what? That the son, the man that we saw ascending is coming. That is coming back. You understand? But I'm fight with Officer Aban. But you understand, these prophecies are true, man. You understand? This Bible is a living book. This Bible is a true book. Understand? This Bible is a true book, and we're seeing it in the day we live. You understand? There's a verse in the Bible where it says these days right now, man. We're seeing these prophecies happening, man. We're seeing what the prophet Daniel's seeing. We're seeing exactly what John's seeing. We're seeing what Christ prophesies about, man. You understand? And all these things happening, why? Because the salvation of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians is nigh. You understand? We're almost home. We're gonna rule this world, no matter what the oppressor says, no matter what invention they make. You understand? We're gonna rule this earth, man. Understand? No
God,
matter what
son.
the oppressor says, no matter what invention. Shalom, Ayashimar. Yahweh Yahweh Shabbat.
Shalom, y'all.
Understand?
Shalom, sir.
Yes, sir. Understand? We're talking about the coronavirus today, man. People talking about the coronavirus. You see, I don't know if you've seen the news. Trudeau's wife has the coronavirus. You understand? Give the Most High hand again. You understand? But this is why we should worship the Most High, man. This is why we should worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Why? Because all oppressors touch us, the nation touch us, he gives them coronavirus. He gives them diseases, man. You understand? This is why we got to worship the Most High and keep pushing in the ISUPK so exactly we could be well, we could be united as a people, and we won't be touched by the diseases, man. You understand? And Trooper Zabadja, bring me to Proverbs 10, verse 24.
Khan, Arwan Khan.
You understand? You understand? This is what the white man fears. The white man fears exactly his kingdom falls. The white man fears it. He wants to grasp it, get hold of it, of his kingdom forever. But it's not gonna be the case. You understand? We got this kingdom. We taking over the earth. You understand? We got rulership of the earth. But before the rulership of the earth, we're gonna see the destruction of our enemies. We're gonna see plagues in the nation that touches. We're gonna see pestilences everywhere, man. You understand? Go ahead when you have it.
Salakia, sir, you said verse 24?
And 10 verse 24, come.
Khan, Arwan Khan. Proverbs 10, verse 24. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him. But the
fear of the wicked.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
But the desires of the righteous shall be granted.
Exactly, you understand? The desire of the righteous shall be granted, but the fear of the wicked shall be upon him. The oppressor fears his country is gonna fall, his empire is gonna fall. What we're gonna see is gonna happen. You understand? They fear the coronavirus. Understand? They're gonna get coronavirus. They fear pestilences. They're gonna get pestilences. You understand? They fear the black man waking up. What they're gonna see? Black men are waking up. You understand? They fear the Latinos, Negroes, and Native Indians gathered together and be one nation. They fear that. What they're gonna see? They're gonna see exactly that, man. The fear of the wicked shall be upon them, man. What they fear the most is gonna be upon them. What they fear the most, this is what they're gonna see, man. This is what happens when you do wickedness, man. But the righteous, what happened to the righteous?
But the desires of the righteous shall be granted.
The desire of the righteous shall be granted, man. Understand? So if you want something, all we got to do is be righteous. And being righteous means following the Most High, following the laws, the precept, and the commandment, man. You understand? We do that, we will have everything we want. Everything we want in the will of the Most High. You understand? Because the Bible said, the Bible said, if we pray in the Most High will, you understand, we will have what we want. That's all we got to do, man. You understand? We want to see the fall of our enemies. All we got to do is be righteous. You understand? You understand? We don't have to go fight with the oppressor, where take a gun and go fight well, this is mine. No, we don't have to do that. All we got to do is be righteous, man. Follow the Most High. You understand? All we got to do is be in the ISUPK, where real men, real priests of the Most High follow the Most High, man. That's all we got to do, man. You understand? And you're gonna see exactly what we're gonna see exactly Trudeau's wife, the leaders, the elites of this empire. You're gonna see them fall. You're gonna see them being plagued by disease, pestilences. You understand? By coronavirus, just like Trudeau's wife. You understand? Just like I said, just today they were in Native Indian land. You understand? They were in Native Indian land. They were arresting Native Indians. They were touching God people. They was robbing God people. You understand? What happened today? Trudeau's wife has coronavirus, man. This is the retaliation of God. You understand? This is the retaliation of God when you touch God people, when you touch the black, the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Indian, man. You understand? Any question on the subject, madam? Any question on the topic or comment? Any comments are welcome as well.
No,
All right, then one of you bring me to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. The one that got it first, go ahead.
Salaki, what was the chapter and verse?
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
God, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, or Salaki, what verse did you say, sir?
Verse 1, but you could keep on.
Okay, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Exactly. This is Habakkuk now. I mean, that's having a vision of the Lord. Now the Lord is like, this vision is for what? For the end time. This vision is for a latter time. You understand? Go ahead.
Shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
It will not what?
It will not tarry.
It should surely come. That just like that you get earlier. What you talking about, man? You saying these things are coming? What you talking about? You understand? You saying that the destruction is coming? What are you talking about? You understand? But these things are gonna come. These things are nigh. These prophecies are nigh. The pestilences are nigh, just like we read in 2nd Esdras. You understand? Go ahead.
God. Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
The just shall live by what?
By his faith.
Now we have the context of living by your faith in the Old Testament. It's not a New Testament thing. Living by your faith means what? Means exactly you do the laws. Why? You do the laws because you have faith. You have faith in something. You have faith in God. You have faith that you're gonna be the saved. You understand? You have faith that you're not gonna have the coronavirus if you do what the Most High says. Drop that. Give me verse 9.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house.
Woe to him that does what?
That coveteth an evil covetousness.
And what does that mean? What does it mean to covet something?
To want it.
To want it, it's more than want. It's like I see a warrior Yahashemar having something, I covet it. I'm like, you know what? I'm supposed to have it. He's not, you understand why he has it? I don't want it. You understand? I gotta have it. You understand? It's more than just to want something. It's like you gotta be the one that have it, not the other person. You understand? And who does that as a nation?
Slovakia, sir, our oppressors.
Our oppressor, exactly. You understand? Our oppressor covers everything. He covers our history. He covers our skin. Now you understand. Now they have melanin that you could inject and they turn black. You understand? They cover everything, man. They want everything from us. You understand? So go ahead with the verse.
That he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Verse 10.
Bring me to verse 12.
Verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity.
How was Canada established?
By iniquity.
Iniquity, by blood, by violence. Exactly, by violence, by blood. You understand? It's right. It's right there in the verse. We're seeing the destruction of this nation. Why? Because exactly, woe to him that built a nation or a city with violence by blood. You understand? And just like Canada is gonna be destroyed, man. You understand? This is
So,
not the time so for us to be in Canada. Well, we live in the Canadian dream. I'm searching the Canadian dream. You understand? But
Salakia,
this is the
sir.
time. Go ahead.
I thought growing up, Canada was built by when they came over, the natives came and they shared. It was all love. It was one big happy family. That's what I was
That's
taught.
what that's why they show it in the school. You understand? It was all love. They shared. You understand? They shared. Native came and here we go. Here's a piece of land, white man, red man. You understand? Here's some food. You understand? Matter of fact, the
That,
native were welcome to them. They were welcome, but you know what happened? They slaughtered the native. They covered what the native had. You understand? They see the native having a clothes with skin of buffaloes. They're like, you know what? We gotta have these things, man. They saw the native having a better land. You understand? Better agriculture. We gotta have their land. They can rule themselves. They can govern themselves. You understand? That's what happened, man. They killed not only they killed the native, they put them on the boarding school. You understand? They killed the buffalo so they won't have nothing to eat, so they could starve, and they give them what? They give them diseases. They give them plagues. Understand? So Trudeau is reaping the benefits of the plague. You understand? Trudeau is paying the amendment of exactly what his forefathers did. You understand? Just the reward. That's what's going on. You understand? Bring me to Habakkuk. You was on chapter 12, right?
Con, verse 12, yeah.
Yeah, read it again.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe to him that buildeth a tower of blood, man. You understand? This is how Canada was conquered. Just like I say, you have the book that I show you, the Noir de Quebec. This is the lower part of Canada. They're gonna show you what they did to black people that was over here. You understand? Yeah, there's a woman they named Angeline. She supposedly burned down the old port in Montreal. You understand? Before they burned her to death, they broke her leg, and it was an evidence. It was really like they had the evidence that she did it. It was just like somebody that said she did it. Then they took her. You understand? A black woman. They took her, broke her two legs, and after that, burned her in front of everybody. You understand? This is what happened. This is how they got their country. You understand? They didn't get it by being as polite. Well, we are white people. We are pure. We don't do violence. You understand? They did the worst that any human being or nation could have done on the face of the earth. Understand? Bring me to Job 21, verse 17.
Khan, not one Khan, sir. I have it right here.
Go ahead.
The book of Job 21, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
How oft is the candle of the wicked that put out? And how oft is cometh their destruction upon them?
The cometh what?
Their destruction upon them.
Cometh the destruction. No, Canada is gonna rule forever, right? America is gonna last forever, right? No, the destruction is gonna come upon them. You understand? And it's gonna be a good sight, a good thing. You understand? This is why the coronavirus is a blessing to us. You understand? It's a good thing to see the oppressor being plagued. You understand? It's a good thing to see those that think they're better than us being plagued, being destroyed.
Most
You
High in
understand?
Christ.
It's a good thing. That's why I wake up. I clap for the Most High every time I wake up. I'm like, well, we have that coronavirus. That's a good thing. You understand? I clap for the Most High every time I wake up, seeing that virus. This is what I was waiting for. You understand? This is what I was waiting for, to show other people, to show Christian. Well, Most High don't love everybody. Most High hate the man. Bring me to Revelation chapter. That was it on the verse 17.
Salakia, sir. There's the verse
Go ahead.
ends with God distributeth sorrows in his anger.
Oh, wait. God distributes what?
Sorrows in his anger.
We read before that sorrow is gonna come on the earth, right?
Khan.
So why the sorrow though? Why the sorrow on the earth? It's right there on the verse.
God distribute sorrows in his anger.
Because God is angry, man. God is angry. Matter of fact, why is God angry? We read it before in class. Why God is angry?
Salakia, sir, because he touched the apple. Because the other nations have touched the apple of his eye.
Damn right. Damn right. That's the exact answer. You understand? Because they touched the apple of his eye, he's angry because of it, man. Because they touched the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Indian. This is why God is angry, man. Because we are the apple of his eye. We are special to God, man. You understand? We are the representation of God after all. You understand? So you think God is gonna just see his representation being touched, being oppressed, and not say a damn word? He's gonna act, man. God is gonna act on the behalf of his people, man. You understand? This is why it is high time to wake up right now. This is why it's a necessity for us to wake up right now, because we have a God that's willing to fight for us. We have a God that's willing to destroy our enemies, just like we've seen in Egypt. You understand? Just like we've seen in Egypt. We have a God that's willing to stand up. Go ahead.
If I may, we see it all the time where when parents if their children are getting bullied, they go to the school acting very irate and crazy. So why would not the Most High not go to bat for his children?
Exactly, but he's not gonna go to the school. You understand? He's gonna send coronavirus. You understand? He's not gonna show up. You understand? He's not gonna show up. He's gonna make his presence be felt. I pray God every day so there could be quick, just crush down the metro system. You understand? A bunch of oppressors that I pray God every day for that. You understand? This is what I want to see. I want to see more of the truth. You're like, well, we've done to you, black people. We are sorry for what we've done to you, Negroes, Latinos. That's what I want to see. I want to see the oppressor on his knees begging for mercy, man. You understand? And these things gonna happen. These things they're right. These things gonna happen when they're gonna realize what they've done, and God is punishing them for it. They're gonna be on their knees begging for mercy, man. You understand? This is what I want to see. You understand? And Jonathan, bring me to Psalm 78, verse 50.
Khan out of one Khan.
And finish. That was the end of verse 17, right? Trooper Zabaja. That was the end of 17.
Khan.
And bring me to verse 18.
Salaki, I lost the verse. I gotta find it.
Job 20. No sweat. Jonathan, if you have the verse. Okay, go ahead.
It was Job 21. What was the verse again?
Job 21. Job 21, verse 18.
Verse 18. Khan, Job 21, verse 18. They are as stubble before the wind. Salakia.
They are stubble. You see the wind like bringing leaves. You understand? Paper bag, lightweight. That's what it means. They're lightweight. Understand? They're not in the category of the Most High. They're lightweight. You understand? They like we say, their ends are too short to box with God. Well, not only their ends, they're lightweight, man. You understand? This is what the enemies is. Lightweight. Even though they have the best military on earth right now. They have all these weapons. They're lightweight compared to what God is gonna do to them, man. You understand? Go ahead.
And as chaff that the storm carrieth away.
There you go. You understand? The wind's blowing. You see the chaff, just like a paper. Imagine a paper bag in the street. The wind is blowing the paper bag. You understand? It's flying everywhere. It's lightweight. That's what it means. They're lightweight, man. You understand? You're not in my category, man. You're lightweight. God is heavyweight, man. Super heavyweight, man. You understand? That's what it means. Go ahead.
Khan, that was the end of the verse, sir.
All right. And Jonathan, you have the verse?
Khan out of one Khan. This is the book of Psalms,
ahead.
chapter 78, verse 50.
Mhm.
He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence.
To the pestilence, to the disease. This is what God did in Egypt. Understand? God did that in Egypt back in the days when we was enslaved by these stinking Africans. You understand? The Egyptians are Africans, so the white man copied exactly what Africans did to us. And this is how the oppressor is so stupid. The oppressors see what the African did to us. God destroyed the African. Right now, Egypt is nothing but sand. You understand? What he's gonna do? The oppressor did even worse than Egypt. You understand? This is how stupid the oppressor is. The oppressor is somebody that that has no knowledge, no comprehension of things. You understand? Go ahead.
Khan, verse 51. And smote all the first.
Read it again, Salakia. Read it again.
Oh, Salakia. Verse 50. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to pestilence.
Mm-hmm. You understand? He made a way of his anger. So you see, when God is angry, God kills, God destroys, God brings pestilences, just like the coronavirus, man. You understand? Just like I said in the beginning of the class, a lot of people are gonna be like, "Well, it's the Illuminati. Illuminati did it. Illuminati didn't do a damn thing, man." You understand? God bring the disease, man. God is the one that's bringing them disease. You understand? Just like all the diseases that are gonna come, God is the one that's doing it. Why then Trudeau's wife has it? He's supposed to be in the Illuminati, right? He's a leader. He's an elite. So why the elites are having the disease now? Understand? So God is the one that's doing it, man. All right. So that was it on that verse. Give me a few seconds there. This is done. You understand? This is what God is doing, and the white man hasn't seen nothing yet. You understand? The white man hasn't seen nothing yet. There's gonna be a time because of the anger. Matter of fact, bring me to Revelation 6. Ayashamar, bring me to Revelation 6, verse 16. Baba Kwasha.
Sir.
You understand? You're gonna see at the point of time what the oppressor is gonna say. You see that right now? They're scared of the coronavirus. They're shutting down everything. There's gonna be a point of time. It's gonna be worse. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. What verse?
Verse 16.
Okay. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, from the wrath of the Lamb.
From the wrath of who?
The Lamb.
Who's the Lamb, warrior?
Christ. Yahweh.
Damn right. Give the warrior a hand. Christ is that Lamb. You understand? And Christ is coming for what? He's not coming for hallelujah. He's coming back. You understand? Like the church wants to believe. You understand? He's not coming for that. Christ is coming for war. You understand? The Bible said there's a sword in his mouth, which means he's gonna give the order to kill. Go kill these MF Salakia. You understand? Go kill them. Christ is coming for war. The white man is gonna be so afraid at that time. He's gonna be like, you know what? Instead of facing the fear, the wrath of Christ, they're gonna be in their bunker on the ground. They're gonna be like, well, I'd rather I'd rather an earthquake falling down on me and I die instead of facing Christ right now. That's what the white man's gonna say in that time. You understand? They're gonna say rocks fall on us, mountain fall on us. They're in their bunker. That's why they make their bunkers. You understand? They make the bunkers not because they want to escape what's coming, escape the disease, escape the earthquake. They want to escape Christ, the anger of Christ. That's why they make the bunkers, man. You understand? They know Christ is coming. The elites, the white man, the elites of the white man knows Christ is coming. And they know that when Christ comes, they have a time, they have to pay something. They have to make a man. They have a reward that they're gonna have to pay, man. And it's gonna be in that day that it's gonna be better for them to be crushed by a rock instead of facing Christ, a black man. You understand? A blue black man, like Wesley Snipes. You understand? Facing you, be like, you gotta get killed. You understand? This is the time that are we coming in, man. So we almost home. We almost home. We're seeing this Bible is real. We're seeing the Bible is true. We're seeing that we're gonna get home, man. We're going back to Israel, man. You understand? But before that, before we rule the earth, we gotta see the destruction of our enemies. We gotta see the Trudeau's wife family get coronavirus. And I pray for more disease, more pestilence, more earthquakes in Canada, in United States. You understand? In every land the oppressor is. This is what we must pray for. We must pray for the destruction of our enemies so they could be on their knees begging for mercy for what they have done to Black, Latinos, and Native Indian, man. You understand? And bring me to that last verse, one of you. It's going to be 2nd Esdras 6, verse 9. So now we see the coronavirus is all throughout the Bible. We see pestilences is all throughout the Bible. We see plagues, just like we read in the beginning of class. Plagues are bacteria, disease that could affect your lungs, that affects your skin. You understand? And the coronavirus affects your lungs. Understand? It's a plague. Understand? And why God sending this plague? Because these other nations touch the apple of his eye, touch the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Indian, man. Understand? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, you wanted 2nd Ezra verse 6. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 9.
Exactly.
Khan Adawan Khan. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning. Esau is the end of the world.
Is the end of the world. So when they say, when we're talking about the end of the world, is the end of who?
The end of our oppressors.
The end of Esau. You understand? The end of the white man. This is the end of the world, man. When the churches are talking about, well, we're living in the end time, we're living in the end day, they never say that the end time, the end days is the end of the white man ruling, man. Is the end of the oppressor ruling, man. You understand? This is the end time, man. This is the end time that we're living right now. We're living in the end of the oppressor, the end of Esau. This is why we're seeing the plagues. We're seeing earthquakes in the diverse places. We're seeing wars and rumors of war because we're living in the end time, man. The end of this fire, man. Understand? Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Jacob is what?
The beginning of it that followeth.
What does that mean, Trooper?
That means that, Salaki, if I may, when Esau's oppression is finished with us, we're going to be ruling the world.
What you mean? Just like Esau's oppression is finished with us? That
right now we're under Esau's oppression. So as their society ends, like, because Salakia, as their time over us ends, and that means
how can we, you're right there. Well, how can we see the time the empire end? How can we see it?
Pardon me, Salakia, sir. Can you repeat that?
How can we see the end? How can we see that the time is ending? We read it. Not on the verse, but we read it. Like it's a prophecy of Christ. You understand? It's a prophecy of Christ.
Salakia.
Exactly. When you see exactly plagues, famine, destruction in this kingdom, this is the end. You understand? Now you understand. We understand that the end of the empire is at hand. You understand? The end of their rulership is at hand because we're seeing the coronavirus. We're seeing the plagues. We're seeing destruction We see elites, Justin Trudeau and his wife, in isolation, you know, because his wife has. This is how we see that is here. Understand? The market crashing. You understand? The market is crashing. We're seeing the end of the empire, man. You understand? This is how we see the end of Esau is here. You understand? And eventually, what's gonna happen? Christ come back and put all of them in slavery. Understand? I want to have a Justin Trudeau in my backyard. You understand? I want to have a Justin Trudeau in my backyard, man. You understand? But this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna serve us. You understand? They should be on their knees, and they will be on their knees. This is why we pray for more plagues, more disasters, more disease on them. Matter of fact, the more they touch us, the more this place is gonna break out. The more evil they do to us, the more you're gonna see these things coming about. Understand? Read the verse again.
Khan, Khan. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. Follow it.
Esau is the end of the world, man. Esau is the end. You understand? It's not the end of the entire earth. Like some people think the earth is gonna blow up and there's gonna be no more earth.
Excuse me.
The earth is gonna be there. Put in our heart, in our mind, we're gonna rule this earth. You understand? It's reassuring us that we see the end of this empire, that Christ is coming back, and we're gonna rule this earth. So all we gotta do, like we read exactly in Revelation, we gotta come out of her. You understand? So we won't be part of a plague. We want to come out of Babylon, man. So we won't be part of the coronavirus. We have to follow the laws, the precept and commandment that's in the book, in this book. Come in the ISUPK, man. You understand? Gonna be a victim of the plagues. How we're gonna be safe out there? You understand? By following the Most High, following what the Most High says. Understand? Just give me a few seconds there. I'm gonna find the sign-in link. Sign-in link, and we're gonna end the class. Any of you have any comment on the class or on the topic?
La, sir.
Go on. Yeah, the Christian side want to debate. You know the verses that you could bring.
Slakia, sir, say that again.
If anybody in the Christian church comes to you and like your family, you want to show your family that the coronavirus is in the Bible, so you know where to go now.
Oh, Khan out of Khan.
Khan.
And right, Most High in Christ. Understand? So now, warriors, I'm about to end the class. You just post the sign-in link. Sign out. Like every Saturday, it's gonna be on. I'm gonna be online. The library is closed for 2 other weeks. You understand? Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Ba'ashem Yahshua.
Shabbat Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Shalom, warriors. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.